Hey guys, Leroy Jenkins here to talk to you about the latest news going on, which happened at Google. So, in case you don't know, an employee at Google, who has since been ousted, released a memo talking about how there was a theme in the workplace environment of Google with people who had some right leaning tendencies to feel like they had to be quiet or lose their jobs. And what happened to this guy is he wasn't quiet and he said some things like, "Hey, you know what? Women some are better at some things than men, and men are better at some things than women. It doesn't mean that a woman can't do something that men can do just as good as a man. This doesn't mean a man can't do something just as good as a woman, but there's differences, and that's okay." Which apparently is a right-leaning view, and therefore he was fired, completely proving his point. Now he's planning to sue Google. I personally imagine he'll get a settlement, very large settlement, to make him shut up about it. But Google has been the focal point of a lot of anger from both sides, because before he was fired, people on the left were saying how if he's not fired, this will prove that Google is sexist and hating women, and how because people look at Google's payments, how they pay their employees, that is, and they see that Google pays men 16% more than women now. If you believe in a wage gap, you see this as definite proof of the pay gap, and this is even worse than the pay gap usually is, and this is even more proof, on top of everything, that the tech industry is the biggest patriarchy of them all, and it deserves to be stopped right now. But Google says that the reason why there's such a difference is because men and women in Google have different jobs. And that's also part of the letter, that men and women sometimes choose to do different things for different reasons. And that is why, which is exactly why the pay gap is a myth as well. Because men and women choose to do different jobs. Go figure. We're just learning this. Oh my gosh. But of course, people got offended and outraged, and some women had to call out sick for a day or two because they felt so triggered and so unsafe in their work environment because someone dared to have a different opinion. Wow. So, completely proving the guy's point, Google fired him, and Google's under a lot of pressure right now, and that is a quick recap of the events. It's ridiculous, and I think people need to take a massive chill pill, and I think this is even more proof of how any dissenting opinion from the mainstream is immediately quashed, and how people who are a little bit centrist or right-leaning are terrified of telling people, "Hey, I mean, this is my view, it's not exactly like yours, but you know what, do your thing anyway, I'm not going to stop you," because apparently that is hateful, to say I don't completely agree with you. It makes absolutely no sense, and people who libertarians are being called fascists now. Libertarians' whole worldview is do whatever the heck you want. We don't care, we're libertarians. And apparently that's fascist. It makes literally no sense to me. I don't get it. If you annoyed as I am with this whole Google thing, I suggest you use something called DuckDuckGo. It's very much like Google, but they don't track your user history or anything like that. Excuse me. As much as Google does. And also just not Google. So give DuckDuckGo a shot, and you might be able to get around the whole Google Hivemind. As for YouTube, well, I'm still here, which means we are screwed. God help us all. Oh, one more thing with the whole Google thing. They even have a VP whose job it is to ensure diversity. And they still have that 16% gap. I'm just saying. So maybe there's a reason. Maybe it's because women and men do different things, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if a woman wants to do what a man does, cool. If a man wants to do what a woman does, cool. Why are we making this an issue? It really isn't. Whatever. So thank you for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe, and eventually I will release more unedited videos because I'm too stupid to figure out how to edit them. Please, God help me.